Hey Taurus, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to your September reading. I hope all is well. This is for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Okay, let's get started. I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love, and according to the divine will. What is it that the Taurus Collective need to know? Oops, excuse me. What do they need to know? Now, while I was meditating on your energy, I heard Grand Rising. Okay, I know, I know that's a saying, a salutation of sorts. But I did take it literally, like there is a grand rising, like rising like a phoenix, okay? Somebody wants to reach for the stars. That's what I'm getting. Tapping into dragon energy. I don't know. Alright, what's going on? What's going on for September? Wow, we have the Creator coming out. It's a very like cosmic energy coming off of this energy. Yeah, oh wow, with the universe and the Weaver, yeah, okay. So we have the Creator, we have the universe, and the Weaver. These are huge themes, okay? Huge themes of manifestations. This is huge themes of like cosmic secrets. I feel like this could be a spiritual evolution happening, a spiritual upgrade, okay? Someone might be becoming more religious or just becoming more spiritual, okay? Whatever the case is. Something has changed in the spiritual aspect. Someone's seeing things from a more cosmic or larger scale, from a higher vantage point. Through the eyes of spirit, through the eyes of their intuition, through the eyes of God, okay? Rather than focusing on the physical reality or focusing on sensual pleasures. You know, Taurus is all about that. Yeah, we have shine your light. Someone might be looking at themselves as God, you know, like, except what's dying. When I say God, I mean like seeing themselves as a cosmic being, seeing themselves as a spirit in a human vessel. You know, someone might be coming to terms with what that actually means for them in their life, you know. These are very deep themes. This is awesome. Okay. Oh. Someone might have been caught up in the illusion of superficial things, okay? Now, I say this because Taurus energy is all about, you know, the sensual pleasures, right? But and this could be you or someone else, but I do feel like, yeah. And when I say like physical things like chasing money, you know, living a luxurious life or whatever the case is, I feel like now it's more of like what can make my spirit feel luxurious, you know, like that type of energy. Like I don't need to dress in this way or live in this area or whatever. I don't have to have these material possessions to feel royal, you know. All right, awesome. All right, let's go. You have the Knight of Cups coming out in reverse. Oh, so yeah, obviously that's going to lead to a new way of being with Except Was Dying. Oh, gosh. Oh, jeez. Alright, so whatever. Except Was Dying. Alright. Obviously that's going to lead to a new lifestyle change. And it's going to change how you look at people around you. It's going to look at it's going to change what your standards are and what you actually want out of life. It's also going to change how you how you show up in the world. It's shaking up the foundation. We do have the Ten of Pentacles coming out in reverse here. Alright, the Seven of Swords picked out as well. So some of you guys, whoever was moving like this, they might now be looking at it like, oh gosh, with all the distractions in the background. Some of you guys might be looking at it like you might have been pursuing, you know, the money. Pursuing the money, right? And it was like any means necessary type of thing. Not saying it could be you or someone else, but whatever it is, you're growing out of that. And some of you guys might have had a dream that was very superficial, and you're growing out of that. Now you have a more mature way of how you want to see the world. You might have somebody, it's like the energy of somebody who said, like, when I become so and so age, I want to have a Lamborghini and a mansion, and I want to have, you know, I'm going from one, I'm just illustrating it, right? I want to have a Lamborghini and a mansion, and I want to have $3 trillion, right? And have a bad bitch, or a rapper or an NBA player, right? It's like having that type of dream based on societal standards. And now, like, those dreams are being, like, those dreams are dying off. The desire for those dreams are dying off as someone is realizing what wealth is. Not to be all cliche, but what wealth of spirit really feels like and what that can bring. Okay. Just learning what's really important. Okay. And what really makes someone happy. Heavy intuitive guidance here, okay? That's showing someone with the Magician card. Is showing someone how to, like, what's their soul path. What's actually their soul path. And it's not saying that you can't get the Lamborghini or can't want that, right? Like, of course, like, we're here on earth. Like, yeah, we're a spirit in a human body, but we're here to enjoy the pleasures of being human, right? So they're just showing you a better, spirit is showing a better path of actually manifesting that. Okay, and also, like, not putting so much emphasis on the physical, more so putting emphasis on shining your light, and then shining your light in turn could lead to those physical gifts, okay, physical benefits. With the Six of Pentacles, it's like getting what you deserve out of life. What you put in is what you receive, right? So some people might have been moving a little bit shady, and they're realizing, like, okay, I have to put more good into the world so I can receive it, you know, or whatever the case is, right? Not saying that it's like transactional like that, but it's just understanding the laws of it. Where's the deck? Okay. Yeah, and in this way, someone is building on a solid, mature foundation. They're creating a world for themselves. Okay, it's way more mature, way more on point, way more on their path. Okay, but in doing so, there's going to be people, as I mentioned, there's going to be people, you know, jobs, whatever. You're just going to look, whoever's going through this transformation, it does feel like a spiritual transformation, okay? Or it could just be major maturity, whatever it is. No, it feels like a spiritual transformation that leads to maturity, emotional maturity. But it's going to, you're going to have to leave people behind because of it, right? With the Hierophant card, these are like long-term situations, okay? Long-term relationships, whatever. It could be a long-term job, whatever. Something that's long-term in your life. With the Six of Cups, okay? Past energy. Could be childhood friends. It could be childhood narratives. It's whatever. It's like old energy that needs to be cleaned out now because it no longer fits your idea of happiness and stability. So it's like if somebody had the idea that happiness was driving a Lamborghini and they got the Lamborghini, with that mindset, they attracted people. More than likely, they attracted people who were in that same superficial mindset, okay? So now, and they probably attracted a bunch of people who, that tribe, believed in the same type of dream, same type of idea. They had that same priority, okay? Once again, not saying that you can't go for the Lamborghini, but it's a matter of, is that a priority over your spiritual wealth, right? So some people might have been around people who did not prioritize their spiritual wealth and health, okay? So now that someone's coming into that shifting in priorities, the people that they attracted, who they were once on board with, they're no longer, their friendship, their love, or whatever, the camaraderie is no longer hitting the way it did before. It's no longer as fitting. Okay. So there's a breakaway. There's a need to break away from the old you, and then also the old tribe that the old you attracted. All right. Like the King of Cups here, it's like, and this could actually be like, if someone had a Lamborghini and they dated someone, if a guy dated someone who was, let's just go with the whole cliche thing, okay? Let's say someone got the Lamborghini and they only dated women who were, you know, who were gold diggers, right? The person, the gold digger person, they'll fall out of love with that person, right? They won't look at them the same. This might be a shift in lifestyle because of the shift in spiritual growth, okay? So the gold digger will look at the person like, what? You're about to sell your Lamborghini? What are you talking about? You know? But it's cleaning out the people who are just like, they served a purpose for what they were, okay? While you're in Lamborghini mindset, you had people who had Lamborghini mindsets, and that's great, okay? And not saying that people, whatever, you get what I'm saying. You're gonna fall out of love with them. You're not gonna be able to relate anymore, all right? Me as a Capricorn talking like this, it's kind of going against my better judgment. You know, Capricorns love us some money and luxury. But it's just a matter of where you put that on a scale, right? So, but it's going against the status quo. It's going against whatever reality you built. The people that you surrounded yourself with. You're about to go against that whole thing, that whole tribe that you've built for yourself. The whole reality and the whole persona, the whole narrative, everything that you've built for yourself, okay? This could be you or somebody that you're attached to, all right? How's that hard for now? Yeah, you're going to realize how much of a nuisance these people were. You're going to realize how these connections didn't have substance, okay? As you realize, you're going to learn what it feels like to really live, okay, and to really be connected, and maybe to really feel love, you know, to feel oneness, and to feel that, and then go back to like superficial relationships or friendships. It's gonna be like a very stark contrast that's gonna pop out there. You're gonna realize how unstable your foundation was, the world that you built, how fickle people might be, okay? Because you weren't building with people with soul connections. So the Five of Cups, once you realize that, it's going to be no regrets about that. All right, let's get into the blockages, what you're feeling to see when it comes to this level of maturity that's coming through, which is amazing. What's the blockage? Devil card. A Temperance card did come out in reverse too. That's what I was getting at. These people, these superficial people that you might have surrounded yourself with, they might like make you question, you know, what you're doing. There's a need to just stick to your guns with as far as your intuition is concerned here. Justice card. Yeah, you're making things right. You're making things right, but you're in a reality. You created a reality that's a stark. It's a stark contrast from what the realness is, what your real soul path is. So you're gonna get a lot of resistance in this reality when you try to change things. So don't expect for people to be on board. Like, just because you woke up doesn't mean everybody around you is gonna wake up. And because everyone around you is not gonna wake up, that does not mean that you're wrong. That just means you're in the wrong circle. Now, like, you were in the right circle for Lamborghini mindset. Now it's time. Now it's time for you to step into a spiritual mindset. All right, there's a need for you to step into the spiritual mindset and step into meet more of your soul tribe. All right, what's the blockage? Star card. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you're gonna have to step out on your own on this, okay? We did the star card coming out with the Page of Cups. Okay. A new capacity to love. It's like you're feeling more with your heart space now, all right? Page of Wands. And you're trying to move in that way. Move in a more heartfelt way now. You know, less superficial, more so like, what does my soul want? You know, and that's really good. All right, instead of following your loins. Or following your physical desires, your sensual desires, however you're about, you know, some people, this mentality might have led them to go down a path of like, you know, shady ways of getting money, right? Okay, and now they're trying to drop that, you know. So for example, if somebody was a drug dealer and they're talking to all their friends and they're like, you know what, I want to go straight, we should go legit now, you know, I want to actually become a pastor, you know, and the friends are just gonna laugh in your face like, what are you talking about, let's get more money. You're just gonna have to understand that your environment, it's your environment that you created, and now that you're in a different mindset, you're gonna have to be in a new environment. Don't expect everybody to come with you on that, but that is gonna be a source of heartbreak there. Okay, knowing that you and your drug dealer friends, no, whatever, you and the reality that you created can no longer, it's no longer a match. Okay, but it's gonna help you break free here. All right, with the 8 of Swords in reverse and 9 of Pentacles here, you're going to step out on your own, okay? You're going to shine more than you ever have before. Accept what's dying, okay? And shine your light, okay? Because then you're going to attract, you know, the people who are on this level, all right? Awesome. All right, what are they feeling to see? The truth. The truth is the people around you haven't changed. You just change your perception. You raise your awareness. Okay. You're not missing out on these people. If you never had the spiritual awakening or spiritual upgrade, then you guys would have been cool just the way you were. Like these people, you're just looking at them differently because you're seeing things from a higher vantage point now. All right. They worked for what they were. They were a part of your soul contract, but now the soul contract is done, and that's the truth that you have to face there. All right, you're growing, and you're growing out of them. That's it. That's it. All right. So knowing that that's the case, that you're just growing out of people, that's going to be a major breakthrough. All right. But it might send you a little bit on a solo path. Like, okay, what else do I need to explore here? What else is happening within me that I didn't know, you know? Because it's something about this, like, you were blind, now you could see type of energy. All right. You were in the dark. You were chasing the fast life, whatever. Chasing a fast life, and now you've dedicated your life to God. You know, that is that type of energy. Not saying that you guys are, obviously I'm not saying that there's a bunch of drug dealers watching, and also I'm not saying that the only way to find your light is by going to Christianity. I'm not saying that, but I'm just doing a cliche, you know, what you see in movies and stuff like that. So now it's like, okay, all this time I was around people who were snakes. I was around people who were superficial. I was around people who weren't really my friends. What else am I not seeing here? Okay. How much am I not aware of? What else have I not been perceiving? How much spiritual growth do I need now, you know? And it's leading to this path, this new journey of spiritual enlightenment, which is great. What's the advice? Seven of Cups, Temperance, and Emperor. If this is resonating with you, all right, don't allow for the crowd to confuse you with the Seven of Cups, all right? In this transition, there's going to be moments where you're going to receive intuitive hits, okay? You're going to receive intuitive hits that's going to make you stand out of the pack, all right? What you see, what you get intuitively might not match up to what you see around you. That might be a little bit jarring, okay? Like you might have like a friend and you're like, oh my god, yeah, I knew this friend forever, but now that you've raised your awareness to another level of access and access to new knowledge, now you're learning. Some of you guys might be new skills might be coming on board, and more psychic abilities might be coming on board as you're following your intuition more. So you might have a friend and then they might be smiling in your face, but you might have an intuitive hit about what they're really about, okay? And it might be shady, all right? That transition can be very confusing. So just be mindful of that if you find yourself going through that situation where you start trusting your intuition more and then your intuition is no longer syncing up with what you're seeing in reality, okay? Be mindful of that. With the Temperance and the Emperor card, you are the reason why you're being led. You're getting intuitive guidance. You might be getting some spiritual downloads, energetic upgrades, and some new abilities, right? You're meant to be the leader of this pack, okay? Not saying that you have to drag them along. What I mean by leader of the pack, you're supposed to step away and they can follow you if they want, or they can just be like, okay, whatever. But that's up to them. This is something that you're meant to do on your own, okay, if this is resonating with you. So don't allow the pack to confuse you, because this is a solo trek, all right? Let's see what the power animal is. White Raven spirit, trust in the magic, all right? Yeah, it's going to be a real lesson in following your intuition as you step into this new level of spiritual guidance here. Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. The obstacle of trusting yourself over what you see. That's a tough one, but you can get around to it. You can overcome it. Brown bear spirit, take time out. This is a card of meditation, going within, learning more about your inner world, learning more about the spiritual world and the nature of it. Knowing what you're getting into when you start tapping into your intuition, understanding how much that kind of differs from what you see, okay? Moth spirit, surrender now. Just surrender to that spiritual life, if that's what you're being led to do. Surrender to that higher level of thinking, that higher vantage point, because it won't lead you astray. Our human logic can sometimes lead us astray, or our emotions of loyalty. You know, we might think, oh, this this person is our friend and it makes sense for us to move like this with them, not realizing that, you know, while your intuition might be giving you the lowdown on what what their intentions really are. So it's things like that that's going to be, it might be a little bit confusing as you're working through that. All right. I don't know who that's for, so whatever. But yeah, happy ascending. Thank you so much, Taurus. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG. All right. Feel free to book a reading. I do personal readings, so check out the info box below. If you want to help a sister out, you can go to the Patreon link below and be an angel donor. All right. Yeah, thank you so much. And until we meet again, peace.